Hi, I'm Mark Lisheron. I'm the Austin Bureau Chief for Texas Watchdog, and we call this program Backstory, and there actually is a backstory to a story that we posted the middle of last week. Uh, it concerns a weatherization program funded through the Department of Energy and in specifically involving units, low-income units that were weatherized in the Houston area by an organization, a nonprofit called Sheltering Arms Senior Services. Now, I became acquainted with Sheltering Arms Senior Services through an earlier story that I did for Texas Watchdog on weatherization, low-income weatherization, and how the state Department of Housing and Community Affairs was behind in getting lots of these programs, including Sheltering Arms in Houston, off the ground. In looking at that program and trying to get a feel for who was actually getting their work started, I ran across Sheltering Arms. Tried to contact officials at Sheltering Arms and ask them if we could contact some of the low-income homeowners who have benefited from the program, and kind of got stonewalled for what they said was medical privacy reasons, which we later found out was sort of patently ridiculous. At any rate, what Watchdog did was to file Texas Public Information Act requests for documentation, not only of the work that had been done by Sheltering Arms, but of monitoring that had been done by the Texas Department of Housing and Community Affairs. They are required by federal stimulus guidelines for this particular program to provide all sorts of detailed documentation and to go back to those homes on a spot check basis and take a look at them. We got documents sent to us by the state that involved spot checks that had been done on housing all over the state of Texas. And lo and behold, we found a 15-page report about Sheltering Arms, including a vast array of problems, including the fact that they had spot checked 53 home units and found that 33 of the home units had problems significant enough to require workmen to go back and repair the problems. There were problems with administrative costs being really high, and there were lots and lots of documentation problems. And this is a program, by the way, the stimulus, federal stimulus requirements for documentation is supposed to be unprecedented. We did the story on Thursday, and in the meantime, we have asked both the state of Texas and Sheltering Arms to come forward with a response from Sheltering Arms about what they plan to do to respond to the charges from the state that the workmanship be corrected, that they look after their administrative costs, and that they come up with the paperwork that they're supposed to for a program that's, I believe, is going to spend more than $22 million over the next 2 years to do thousands of homes in the Houston area. As of today, as of the end of the workday today, Monday, we're awaiting the department's review of the response, the written response from Sheltering Arms. We were told that we will get that document if at some point if they they determined that there isn't any, if there aren't any privacy problems, and we'll be able to go from there. So we await their response. We are still, however, awaiting an Attorney General's opinion on whether or not we can have addresses of the units that were done in Houston, so that the average person or a reporter could go and inspect the workmanship for themselves, or to look at the documentation to find out what had been done, how much money has been spent on each unit, and to ensure the kind of oversight that the federal government has said this program ought to have. Thanks.